Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am just doing a little bit of this one, the one I'm knitting with that wool that I got from Kate from the Last Only House. Just doing a little bit of this one. I finished the 4 little white baby cardigans that I was doing. The lady paid me yesterday, so I kept on. Just had one to finish off this morning, so I just kept on till it was finished, so I could take a walk over to the post office. That's why I'm still wearing my hat, because I've just come back and my hands are frozen, my head's frozen. I'm keeping my hat on, it warms up a little bit. It was absolutely freezing. It's a slow walk. It takes me about 15 minutes to walk over to the post office, and I could drive over, but I don't like to waste petrol. If it's a short journey like that, I'll walk. It is a waste driving over there when I can walk. I can go out from my back garden, and I have railway lines at the back, and there's a crossing on the railway lines, and go over the crossing and through the houses. Otherwise, if I had to go out the front way, I'd have to go a long way around. It would take me about 25 minutes to walk it that way, because I would have to go right out to the end of the estate and up and down and round, where from my garden it's just straight across over the line, straight through the new estate, and straight over there. I'm straight there to the shop. So I'm lucky that I've got that shortcut that I can go through. But when I went through, see, my hands are absolutely freezing. Still freezing. I've got a cup of tea here. I've got the cup of tea more to warm my hands up than anything else, like. But when I went out, there's some lads working on the railway lines. They do every so often, and they're close to the crossing. They must be doing something there, because they've been there for the last couple of days, and I can see them from my bedroom window, see, working. And I said to the lads when I came back, actually, I said, I don't know how you lads work in this. I says, I've only walked over to the post office and I'm absolutely freezing. I says, my hands are like ice. I've got gloves on and they're still like ice. And one of the young lads come up to me and he says, oh, he says, it's hard work, it keeps us warm. He says, we keep moving about all the time. But he says, mind you, me flask's empty. I could have done with a hot cup of tea, And he's looking at me, do you live close here, dude? Close here? I says, well, actually, I can see he's working from my bedroom window. I says, my gate is 3 gates down from the crossing. I was just joking, and he says, well, if you lock your gate, leave it unlocked tomorrow. He says, we'll pop in for a cup of tea. A nice warm cup of tea, because he says, actually, when you've been working all day, he says, the tea in the flask doesn't stay as hot as when you first put it in, and he says it's warm, but you could do with a really hot one. I don't know whether they were joking, but I'll unlock the gate tomorrow morning if they want to pop in for a cup of tea. It'd be nice somebody to offer them when the lads are working so hard. I don't know what they're doing to the lines, but they were working close to the crossing, so they must be doing something. They've been putting metal gates up all around, well, not a metal fence, to stop people walking onto the lines, and there's only the openings only for the crossing. So, because I think a lot of people used to walk up and down actually on the railway lines coming from the other state further down from where I live. But anyway, I finished those 4 little cardigans, and I got to the post office in time, because it is after 4 o'clock. I think it's after 4 at my watch. Yes, it's just after 4 o'clock now. You can see it's starting to get a bit dull in the bedroom. I better put the light on, or it'll end up very dark. Maybe better. But I carried on with the little cardigans, with the lady paying me and that, and I thought I want to get them finished and see if I can catch the post, because the last pickup from my post office is around about 4 o'clock, so I was just in time to get the parcel there. And I had a smaller one. There were some Christmas coasters I had done, actually, but they were for a lady who bought them off eBay, and they disappeared when they were having this. I think it was about November when I posted them to her, and she never ever got them. So they've been lost somewhere, and I did tell her to let me know if they turned up, but I hadn't heard anything from her, so I messaged her to ask her, and she said no, there's no sign of them. So I said that I had a spare set, that I hadn't sold all of them. I had one set left at Christmas time that I will send them to her, because it's not her fault she didn't get them. It's not my fault either. It's Royal Mail. I don't know where they've went to or what's happened to them, but maybe the lads in the Royal Mail are sitting having a cup of tea, putting them down on the coast. But anyway, I had to send that one off as well, because I don't like, you know, somebody paying for something. She said she wasn't bothered, but I didn't like somebody getting something and not, you know, paying for something and then not getting it. So that was an extra parcel I took over as well today. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this one that I'm knitting here, and the next one I'll be doing is pink. This is Yarn Smiths. This is Woolcraft, I think. Wool Warehouse. I think it's the Wool Warehouse this comes from. It's Yarn Smith's Baby Create, they call it. So it's for a friend who saw my all my little cardigans going on to I put them on Instagram, and I forgot that my Instagram account's linked to Facebook, so everything I was putting up on Instagram was going on to Facebook. So I've started to get orders coming in from my Facebook, but he is a friend. It's his name's David. So he asked me to do when he had seen the Aran sets I had been doing with the little pom-pom hat. I don't know if it's his son or his daughter, somebody's pregnant, a daughter or daughter-in-law, I'm not sure, was pregnant and due in April. So he asked me he wanted me to do a set like that. But I think I'm going to have to work out a new pattern for that one, because I don't think, I'm not doing it it's double knitting. I'm not going to do it in Aran, because I think Aran's too thick for a new baby. I don't like to see new babies in really thick wool. So I'll have to work out another pattern, make it similar, because the cables were crossed 3/3, and on a small baby one, I'm not going to be able to do big cables like that on the fronts, because I had 2 cables on the front. There was only 2 cables on the back on each side of the shoulders, but there's 2 cables on each front. So I think I might try crossing either 2/2 and work it out to see what it looks like, because it's got to have the iris moss stitch in between as well. So I'm going to have to work out, maybe it's either just one cable thing on each side on the front, so there's still room for the iris moss stitch, because it's not just the cable. I've got like the stitch either side of cable, and then a couple of stitches just plain knitting on either side of the cable, so just to set it off as well. So I'm going to have to work out a different pattern for double knitting in the similar sort of thing. So that's what I was going to do, what I'm going to do later on. But I'm just going to sit here and warm myself up with a cup of tea and just do a little bit of this. And I did manage to get the neck done on my, I'll put that knitting down in a minute. I did manage to get the neck done on my lemon sweater. I haven't started sewing this up yet, but I've only sewn one shoulder. But I did manage to get the neck done and put that on my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting. And I was going to do show the sewing up of this today, but with the lady paying me and doing the finishing the other little cardigans off, I wanted to get those finished first. So I'll probably do this tomorrow, because I can't do like the sewing. Once it starts getting dark, I've got to put the light on, and when I do anything with the light on, it casts shadows. My hands, you can see where there's the light on in here, and you can see the shadow of my hands on here. That's what happens when I'm trying to do tutorials and that. So I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow when I don't have to put a light on, and I'll start showing how to do the sewing up on this. I'll probably just stitch, or maybe stitch the shoulder, because I've already shown how I sewn that shoulder up for for when I come to do the neck. So I might just sew that shoulder up there and then show how to set the sleeves in and do the rest of the sewing up tomorrow. Then I'll have it all ready and I'll be able to go out with it on Thursday if I get to the bingo. Like, I just hope we don't get no more snow, because when I walked over to the post office, we have had a light dusting of snow yesterday morning, and it's still there. It hasn't shifted there, even though I've had the sun shining yesterday afternoon and this afternoon. In fact, it was shining into my living room and I couldn't see what I was doing for it. It was shining on, on my eyes, and I couldn't see the knitting. I thought I was going to have to put shut the curtains, but anyway, I went out, so it didn't matter. It's getting dark now. I'll be shutting the curtains anyway. So that's just a little bit. Oh, before I go, I'm just pulling, this hat keeps coming. I've got my hair tied up underneath this, and it keeps lifting the hat up off my ears, and I don't like that. I like it covering my ears, and I keep pulling it down. But before I go, I'll show you the 4 little cardigans that I did. I did a slight little video to show you what they all looked like when I had finished. So I'll stop this video and show you those and then come back again. So that's all 4 little baby cardigans sorted out. Be able to pack them up, put them into the packaging and take a walk over to the post office. It's 1 cardigan, 2 cardigans. Not sure I like the set-in sleeves for baby ones. I think I prefer raglans. 3 cardigans, 4 cardigans. And that's how they all turned out. But I did a set-in sleeve for the little blackberry one, but I'm not sure that I like the set-in sleeve. I think I prefer the raglans for very small newborn baby ones, because I think that when you do a set-in sleeve, like say these ones here, you do a back stitch all the way around here, and you can feel a ridge around here where it's been stitched, and that's going to be, it's nothing on us, but it is a lot on a small baby, and I didn't like that, so I think I'm going to stick to my raglans for small babies. I might sort some set-in sleeves out for larger sizes if I do for larger sizes for children, but I think I'm just going to stick to the raglan, because I think the raglans are much better because they're flat stitched and there's no ridges where the raglans are stitched and that, so there's nothing to rub on a baby. So anyway, that's my bit. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.